when I'm on my 100 liter boards, for me, it's like a sub, right? So I can stand on it. And even if there's no wind at all, I can still take my wing and pump it slowly and get back to the shore. It's gonna take some time, but it happened to me. That when I'm riding in, let's say, 12 knots, direction changes, the spot is not working anymore, and there's 0 knots or maybe 2 knots. I don't know. So when you're on a smaller board, you can't do that. You don't have that option. So then you have to pedal. So how do you have
Yeah, exactly.
some advice? Like, because what I found out is like when I have my foot straps on my board, it's kind of hard to pedal on it. Is there any tip or trick?
Yeah, for me it depends again a lot on the conditions. So yeah, first thing, you when you're in these marginal conditions, maybe riding offshore winds, you don't want to go out too far. The basic rule for everyone is just don't go out more than you can swim back. That's the thing. A lot of people I know they don't do it. Me, I don't do it as well for most of the times. But when you're in a spot when it can the wind can turn offshore even more and maybe die out completely. Just don't take too much risk.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna
And
happen. But
and just to have it out there, like I was reminded of that rule this weekend when I took a new wing. I attached a new leash to it. I went out. It was super gusty. I had a 4 meter wing, and it was like 35 plus gusts. But between the gusts, it was like 20, 25. So I had to take the four, and I also don't own a smaller one. And I tried a maneuver. I let go of the wing because I fucked it up, like nothing unusual. And then my new leash just broke, and my wing was like flip, 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 and it was gone. And within seconds, it was like 500 meters downwind, And I was like, fuck. If I would have been out there for a kilometer or something like that, fuck, that's a long swim. And
yeah, good luck getting in. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
long swim. Yeah.
yeah. And also, like, like it also reminded me, like, when the conditions are really rough, the distance that you are able to cover is a lot shorter than you think. So I was pretty
It is. Yeah.
exhausted when I made it back to the shore, and it was just 500 meters or something like that. I was super exhausted. So
I
yeah.
can imagine, man. I can imagine. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but when it does happen, when yeah, maybe I've had it with a couple of my friends as well. They lost their wing or anything. Just for everyone who's listening and they thinking of going or they have the gear and they're trying for the first time. Just I've had this happen to a couple of friends of mine. They put the leash too much up on their underarm, so they didn't put it at the wrist, but a
Hmm.
bit too much up. And what's gonna happen then? It's gonna slide down, and then the loop is gonna be too big, and it can slide off your hands really fast. So for everyone
Hmm.
who is gonna attach the leash to their hands, just do it at your poles. Otherwise it's gonna fly off for sure. And yeah, for also other people who don't like to put it on a wrist, the waist leashes are really nice as well. I use them a lot of times, but yeah,
Hmm.
just to have said that, maybe we can prevent some of these things from happening. And yeah, when it does happen, when maybe you're out of wind or even your material breaks, yeah, for me, getting out with friends, it always gives me a bit more confidence.
Hmm.
So if you have the option, definitely team up. And yeah, it's always nice when you have someone who's keeping an eye on you. But yeah, when it does happen, for me, for example, when the wind completely dies,
Hmm.
and if I know someone is watching me, I just sometimes I deflate the wing and then I just pedal back because that's a lot less resistance. But then again, when you're not sure if someone is watching you, please don't deflate the wing. That's the only thing for anyone, for the lifeguards or anything that they can spot you with. Otherwise you're just a tiny drop in a big ocean. So that's something to keep in mind for sure. And yeah, with the foot straps, I have to say I most of the times I don't ride it with the foot straps because yeah,
Uh-huh.
I just like the strapless a lot. But yeah, when you do. You can look at some foot strips that are a bit softer. For example, I know, yeah, with the F1s, I've never had a problem. They're pretty soft, so you can just lie on them and pedal out on those. And I know, when they are a bit harder, it can be really hard to pedal out. But yeah, it's I think for everyone a bit different to your setup. But yeah, there's just a few things, when you're not sure if anyone's watching you, don't deflate your wing. That's the
Hmm.
one of the big things. Yeah.
Yeah.